What's up, everybody? Finally got out of the mines and leveled up a bit out here, so I figured I'd start recording again. But, as you see, I picked the cat as my race, and I picked the bard as my class. So far, I'm very much enjoying it because, most of my stuff doesn't require the mana, so I won't have to be pausing the videos all the time to regain the mana back after every frickin' fight. And it's nice because having the spells going, or the songs going, I don't have to worry about casting all the time and all that. The only thing that sucks if I get stunned, it, you know, stops the melody going. Because instead of having it click every single time for doing it, I twist the spells slash songs into a melody. And so I select the order I want them to go in, and that's what I have it do. And as you see up top, it's a continuous thing. I think my Merc is a little bit low on mana. I'm going to stick around. Hopefully I get healed sometime soon. Casting the healing on me, yet my health doesn't really go up much. One of my songs is doing that. Okay, time to go. I have a feeling I'm going to drag everything with the melody going. It's a downside because some of these affect everything in the area, including the guards. So I made that mistake in the mines. I had it going and I didn't realize that that one would affect the guard. Whew. It probably didn't help that I've been facing a bunch of reds, which is, at the very least 2-3 levels above, so they don't exactly make it easy. Ooh, so that. Let's see. Oh, crap, no. Not camp. Let the Merc regain a bit. Shouldn't take more than a few seconds for it to go back up after it heals me all the way up. So far, the Bard is nice. I mean, I never played it, and I didn't know about twisting the songs until I was talking to my dad. Because my dad, back when he played, he had a pretty high-level Bard. I think when he stopped playing that character, it was in the 70s. So, it's pretty high level. But, seems to be going good. And these are the only spells I have, so I have that one that's not on my list, and that one, just because neither of them really serve a point right now. I mean, that one, if I'm going up against other magicians, I guess, because it protects me from the different elements. So, it would help with that. Or if I'm facing a water spirit or fire spirit, whatever, it would help. Or if I go into the zone that's past this one, they have trees that are fighting you, and I'm assuming that would count as earth against me, so I would think that that buff would protect me against some of their damage. But started doing this guy right after the video I posted, where I was saying I was going to have to go back and make a different person, and if you want to combine the hours, it hasn't even been a full day. I would say maybe like 6 hours of playing, and I'm only level 11, so not too far behind my old one. Would be higher, but worked up my uncles both yesterday and today. So there are 8 people, and this dude is... What the heck is a level 2 doing out here? Wow. Jeez. Come on, man. You can get to 10 easily before you leave the mines. I never understood why people would leave the mines when you could still level up there. I mean, level 2, you literally get done with the first part of the tutorial and you just leave. You know, I mean, what's the point of that? Okay, let's draw them over here to where nothing else will attack on me. Don't know if Valcor will actually ever play EverQuest and hop on with me, but one can hope. Because it's nice grouping with these random people and all, but it'd be nice to have somebody to talk to, you know, without having to type all the time. But, yeah, I could always make do. Although the looting in the group system is still weird. Because I was the leader of the group last time, and I still had trouble looting stuff. I really need to like sit down and read the new looting system for in parties, because, well, even just alone, that weird box that pops up. You know, I liked it better when you could just go up and right click the person and it had, you know, just that. You know, it was like bag. It was nice. Plain, simple, no hassle. If you were in a group, you discussed with the group what was what, you know, who gets what, because the gold and experience, you know, that obviously just gets shared. But the items you would discuss with everybody on who got what. It wasn't just the whoever invited the person to the group, you know, the leader of the group got to decide what everybody got. I mean, I can see the concept behind it, but at the same time, I think it's kind of bull. Because then, you know, the leader can just take everything for himself. Yeah, that would piss off the group, make them leave, but still think it's bull. You know? But that's just my opinion. So I'm at 11 experience. 11.113. But we can see how much the red will get me. Pretty sure it should get me a decent amount. Because with the songs, it's a lot easier because I don't run out of the mana. See, that's a nice amount. Let's go over and grab this one. It'd be nicer if I was in a group because, you know, it'd be faster, we could take stuff more on. Sorry. Woke up really early to go to work. No. Just the normal gist of being in a group, you know, everything can probably, you know, flow better. Especially since if I pair with like a wizard or an enchanter, I mean, most classes have, you know, spells to put on like the buffs, but I think only the few that don't are some of the classes like the rogue and that type. I think they have a few, but I'm not sure. I don't think the rogue actually has any spells. They're more action based, like they have kick, disarm, stuff like that all through there. I only remember that because my mom had one for a bit. I think it was like level 50 or something. I'm remembering back to when I was in elementary school playing with them, so it's been a long time. Not too terribly long, but yeah, very least of like 15, 14 years, around 14 years. Something around that. And I probably won't be getting Black Ops 4 within this month, but I'll try. Because I have a gift I'm buying for my mom that's close to $300, and so most of my money's going to that. But I'll put some money aside here and there to buy the game, because it'll only be around 40 something after tax where I'm at. So, yeah, not the most expensive, but still annoying when you're saving up for something that's way more expensive. That one's only yellow, but why not? Don't draw the other one. Good, because I'm pretty sure the other one was red. But see, it's so much nicer recording videos without having to sit down all the time without mana. Because for you guys, you know, paused it every time, so it wasn't long for you guys. But for me, that was like another 5-10 minutes each time after a fight. So for you guys, the video's only like 30 minutes, but for me, it was like 40 or 50 minutes worth. Probably more. Depending on, you know, how much fighting I did and how much was running around. Plus, unless I get stunned, most of the time I can just set my person to attack, set the melody to go, and just sit back and watch. Once I get more stuff like kick and disarm, I know that I can get kick. I don't know about disarm, but there's multiple other actions I can get once I get to higher levels and stuff, so then I'll have other things to do. Voice crack there. Dang. That hasn't happened in a while. Whoa. But, trying to find a good weapon, but Crescent Reach, you know, it's not that much. Just like in the mines, you know, you'd occasionally get something better once you got to like level 9. You know, you stop really finding new stuff in the mines that was that good. But once I get out of here, you know, go to the Plains of Knowledge, you know, go to the actual spell library and place like that, get better stuff, and find the armorer and the blacksmith, stuff like that, and get it. Either that or, besides the spells, definitely going to go check out the spells there. But go to the next zone out of this and fight there, and there's a really high chance that I'll get a lot better gear throughout that. Because just that plane right there, you can be up at like 20 something, and there'll still be a few things out there that are good level against you. That is, if they haven't changed, you know, a lot of the levels of creatures since I was playing out there. So there's some quests that you can do that, you know, you can be level 80, and you'll go out there and it still wants you to do stuff there. Won't be hard, per se, but it'll still have stuff. Yeah, red one. I like them because I level up faster. There's nothing wrong with yellow, but, you know, the red may take a bit longer to kill, but at least it gets you a lot more experience. Once these guys get to like blue, I'll go out and start fighting the skeletons. Because I know you can sit here for a good amount of time fighting. I think I've been here until like 17 to 20 getting stuff, because there's a boatload of quests I can do to get more experience, but with everything changing, I want to get some levels before I start doing a lot of the quests. Because unlike the next zone where it was just pretty much a job board and tells you where to go and all that, here a lot of it you have to go find someone to speak to, or you know, you go into that, go to one of the settings and start doing some of the heroic quests and stuff. those are more technically advanced quests, even though you start out just pretty much doing stuff that's like tutorial, but then it gets you to the harder stuff. I remember because my dad, when I was playing with him, when we both made new characters, we went through all of those and like pretty much doubled our level from what we normally would have been at that time, but some of them were just really freaking boring. Like you spent half your time running through zones just to do it. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Grand Theft Auto or Skyrim or anything. It's just like how League has a lot more because, you know, when Jimmy wants to play something, it's most typically League we play together. And this one, you know, it's easier to crank out a lot more content than like Skyrim or Grand Theft Auto. Like Grand Theft Auto, say, might be easier, but, you know, it takes me a long time to find a mission, and with me being the lower rank online, people usually end up kicking me, which is dumb because, you know, how am I supposed to get higher when people keep kicking me? I mean, yeah, I can do small stuff, but these missions level me up a lot faster. Skyrim, I've beat it so many times where at this point you do some of the stuff and I just feel kind of bored with it. Don't root me, don't root me, don't root me. Shit. Rooted. As long as I'm not rooted, you know, up there where more can spawn, I'm fine. See if anybody's interested. Looks like my Merc's pretty much out of mana. I'm about halfway to my level. There's some pretty basic missions I can do for the Bard Guildmaster. Doesn't really get me much. I could do it. Because a lot of the missions around here, quests around here, are for people that don't do the mines. And so they come out here and everything's still hard. So half those missions, quests, gotta get back to call them quests, half of them are just like, go kill a bunch of those little, you know, the snakes living around, or the little rabbits that are in the other side of the city, you know. Everything that's pretty much gray to me that I could kill in a couple smacks. So, pretty much just like to speed the mines for them. By the time they do that, you know, they'd be more familiarized with everything in the zone, where to go, and all that. So there's some benefits, but otherwise, you know, I don't really care too much for them. I'll keep my melody going because there's like those ones that makes my healing speed up a bit, so it helps out my Merc. Once I get to a higher level and I have more powerful spells, I might exchange my healer for a tank or a fighter, but I don't know. 4 gold, 7 silver. Shit, that's not much. I might hop over to my 85 and see if I can send some platinum over to this one's account. Or this character. So I have what, 175? Okay, so I spent a lot. I forgot. So I bought some spells and I bought these boots, which the stats aren't too much impressive, but that is. Reduce the cast time of spells by 15%. Bonus decays on spells over level 20, but actually, I don't worry about that since my highest spell is a level 10 spell. And I'm, what, 11, going on 12, so. No, it helps a bit. My other boots had slightly better stats, but with that, ability on it, I figured it would be better. Just because then, some of them, I think most of them take like 2 seconds, some take 3, but a couple of them take a while, and, since these only last, I think most time max is like 12, I've seen. 13, okay. By the time it gets done cycling through, most of them have gone already, so with this one speeding it up, some of them can still be around. Hopeful, it's faster. Don't have to worry about it as much. And we're going on 22 minutes for the video. It looks like he has enough mana. Let's drag you back over here. Sorry about that, my brother was asking a question, so I paused the recording. Didn't miss much. I only hit it like 4 times. Once I get a little bit higher so that the next plane won't completely slaughter me for doing anything, the videos will pick up on the interesting stuff happening in them, because obviously I'm still going to be fighting all the time, but it's going to be a lot more of, go kill this, then this, report to this person, go find this item where you have to kill something like 17 times because there's a slim chance of it dropping, and it's a fun game. Especially if you're just starting it for the first time. It's really nice, there's a lot of stuff. There's a person I was playing with in mine last night that he played World of Warcraft all the time. He says that he used to play this, but he said he's been, away from this for 19 years, but he played for 6 years. If he was away for 19 years, he would have only had 1 year of playtime. Because this game's only been out for 20 years, so hard to tell. But, he played World of Warcraft all the time, and so he's judging this off of that, Which is funny, because I don't know if there still are the new ownership of this, but World of Warcraft used to be, the exact rival of EverQuest. With the old owners, at least. But, still fun. Guy last night was another bard. Offered to buy him a bunch of spells, all the ones that the bind had to offer, but he didn't want it. Which I'm surprised. Most people would have jumped at that offer. There we go. Getting a nice pool of bodies over here. I did die in a fight last night when I was trying to level this guy up in the mines. That's because some people took on too many things at once. They were a group of two, and decided to run past where I was fighting, and half the ones that were chasing them jumped onto me. And I had pretty much zero chance of getting away. Because at the time I was only like level 4, and they were all level 10, so they got a little too cocky, and they paid for it. Since I died, one of them died, and the other one barely got away, but freaking lost his pet and everything, and mercenary, which it's not too bad, because right now I'm still having this one mercenary for free, since it was one from the mines. So if I got a merc from out here, it would be a better tier, but I'd have to start paying for it. So for now, I'm keeping the ones from the mine until I get to a higher level where it's actually going to be worth it, and kill things, and they're actually giving me more money. Because before, when I was power leveling with people, I'd go out to, not the next plane, but one of the ones after that, where the typical level of enemies you'd see fighting out there are like 30 to 40. So I'd be taking out level 5s there, and I'd be facing them, and we'd get a kill, and the level 5s would be sitting there getting 30 platinum from everything and all that. And they'd loot items where they could sell it for a freaking 100 plat easy for some things. Obviously, you still get some ones that just give you garbage, items or garbage amount of money, but more often than not in those zones, since it's meant for the higher levels, you're getting the higher level loot. So, I kind of miss being able to go around and power level people, but I could still do that here. I could go snag some of the level 2s and have them be in the party with me as I kill this thing, and they'd be skyrocketing up to my level. Because since this thing's red to me, freaking level 2 came over and fought with me, this thing would be, one hit killing them. If it wasn't for my healer, I don't think I could take this guy. Even with all my songs going. Wonder why I went off target. Oh, looks like when I shifted my keyboard, it bumped a key. Oh, are these good leggings or bad leggings? Good for somebody else, bad for me. How close? 83. Oh, why not? Experience is experience. Probably stop this video once I kill this guy. And then I'll do some leveling off cam, just because I don't think people want to see me for like 2-3 videos straight just fighting these guys. Might do a few of the minor quests in the area to help bump up my level a little bit faster, or go find somebody to power level me in the next zone. If they can power level me, then at the very least get me 5 levels higher. That'd be real nice, especially since then it would open up a lot of new spells for me. The only downside to getting power leveled is, some of the times when you get power leveled, you don't get much money. So you're that high and you go to get a bunch of the new spells for your level, and you can't afford anything. But you usually find a way. So I looked up EverQuest videos earlier just to see, what was out. And the freaking newest one that I found just in the, couple minute search I found was back from 2015. So, even from just then to now, a lot has changed. 20-year-old game, and it's still holding its freaking audience pretty good. Even with the people that own it now changing a lot of things, you know. Some of the senior players left when they changed it, but a good amount just stayed. Because it's not like when they changed ownership, you know, you lost all your expansions, your characters, anything. You know, you kept everything, it's just the ownership changed, some things were changed. Like with the original one, you only paid a certain amount a month. Now there's tiers for what you pay, depends on what you can get on your account. Like this account right now is a free one. If I went up to the full access, you know, you'd get a lot more. Like I think it used to be like that right after they took over. The free accounts could only hold a certain amount of platinum, even in their bank. There was a maximum amount of what you could have. Which is like, you know, there's only 4 characters. I don't know if they changed it with the full access from what it was or not, but before it was a max of 8, and you could buy certain things to expand it. Like I bought a few for my dad on his account, and now he had a max of like 12 characters he could have. So yeah, certain things you can do to make it better, but I'll end the recording here and see you guys sometime later. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you next time.